Hey, it's Jenny Ellis-Q and Wet Leg on Sirius XMU Sessions who are joining us this week to play us songs from their awesome new album with an awesome title, Moisturizer. I'm going to have to ask about that. But yeah, we're going to be listening to songs from the new album and one older one at the end of it. Welcome, y'all.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. I've got the entirety of Wet Leg in here with me. Looking from my left to right, Ellis, Rhianne, Henry, Josh, and Hester. It's so great to have you here in the studio. So tell me about just when this group of songs started. Like what was the first moment of something bubbling up that felt like, okay, we're getting back into it now?
We did a lot of playing together, and we did some playing by ourselves, and we were sending that across to each other. And going, oh, that sounds good. Oh, that sounds good. And then we booked a house. We moved all our stuff in, and we set up, and we played, and we played, and we played, and we played, and we played.
And where was the house?
Norfolk or Suffolk?
Norfolk or Suffolk?
I think it was North Suffolk.
North Suffolk.
It was still in Suffolk.
Yeah.
It was an old styley kind of barn vibe place. But next door to it, they actually had a house with a big dragon on top of it. It was pretty crazy. Yeah.
How did you choose where you would go? What would be the right place to be for this process? Was it the proximity to the dragon on the house next door?
I think it had to very practically be somewhere kind of like equidistant between London and the Isle of Wight, or just like not too much traveling time. Because half of us are on the Isle of Wight and the other half are in London.
And so going back to what you were saying, Josh, like what was the first little bit of beginning of a song that you felt excited about, that you're like, okay, I can't wait to bring this to the others?
I remember putting some chords down on a synth and sending it into the group and being like, this probably isn't anything. And then we were somewhere in America. Can't remember what we were doing. And Rhiannon was like, I think I might have put something down on that thing, actually. And I was like, oh, okay. And that song became Pokemon. Rhiannon's looking at me like,
I'm so
he's making all of this up.
I'm like, which song is this?
Pokemon is one of my favorite songs on the album.
It's nice.
Did we do that then?
Yeah, I sent over some chords. You were like, I might have something. And I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting anything to happen with that.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. I have no recollection. You're probably right, but it's a little bit of a blur. They're right.
And when was this? What this is last year? Is this all happening last year?
I don't know. What is time?
Yeah, fair question.
The majority of it last year. Like we got the house and took all our stuff to the house in March 2024.
So you got there and you had already begun to do a little bit of work on just kind of brainstorming and putting some stuff together. Was there any like conversation about things we want to do differently or things we want to do the same, or any like articulating anything like that? Or is it purely just like, let's just start playing, let's just work on some stuff and go with what feels good?
I think that is what happened. I think we just started playing stuff and then trying to write stuff, but there wasn't like a discussion about it, I don't think. I can't remember.
I think for me personally, like a big focus after being on the road for 2 years was like that we had something that was like enjoyable for us to play live, that suited festivals and, big gigs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that makes sense because, I guess the sort of like, my dumbed down way of kind of comparing like what Moisturizer sounds like compared to the self-titled album is like, it does feel more rocked out to me, or it feels more consistently rocked out to me than the first album. And the idea that you would want to be rocking out harder or something because that played so many shows that it's like, that's what's fun to do on stage. If you're going to play these songs a lot, you want songs that are fun to play. Yeah.
Yeah. We were lucky enough to kind of like get to test all of these like demos that we were sending back and forth. We actually got to like try them out, playing them live as a band, which is like such a luxury that not many people can do like right now.
We're going to listen to CPR as the first in this performance. Do you remember anything in particular about that song's development?
It felt very quick to come together, which is often a good sign, I think.
Let's listen to CPR on Sirius XMU Sessions. Hey, it's Jenny Eliscu and Wet Leg on Sirius XMU Sessions. We're hearing the band play tunes from their new album, Moisturizer. And we're going to hear the song coming up in a bit. That was the first single that they've shared, Catch These Fists. Let's start by talking about the development of that one.
Alice, you sent the demo. You should kick this off.
Yeah, I guess it started off as like a little demo that just an idea that I did at home, and then I sent it to everyone. And Rianne put a really cool vocal on it.
Did you, sorry to interrupt, but did you start it on bass?
Yeah. It was just a bass line, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And the dual riffs as well. I feel
Oh, yeah.
underplaying it.
I don't know. Yeah, it was just a little demo and then I just sent it. I wasn't sure that we'd like use it for anything, to be honest. And then, but it came kind of later compared to all the other songs. We kind of did some writing in like two halves, kind of. We did like a chunk, and then we had like a little bit of time off. Well, not off, but we're doing other things. And then we did like another chunk of writing, and it was one of those ones. Yeah, and Rianne came into where we were like rehearsing, and you were doing karate punches on the Yaz, and I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, was that the inspiration? Just the sort of physical movement that it inspired as the inspiration for the catching of these fists content?
No, when Ellis like sends demos, he often sends them with like a weird title just so that you can decipher it from like idea 1, idea 2. He'll like just put in like a weird little name, and like I think we all kind of do that. Like there's one called Sleepwalk that never saw the light of day. Maybe next time. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, this one that Ellis sent was called Catch These Fists, and that kind of like got the lyrical idea.
And this process of like everyone being more involved at the inception phase of song, I mean, that is somewhat different from the first album, right? On the first album, it was more sort of like the three of y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just felt very natural to do. Like after 2 years touring, it was always kind of the plan. There was no real like discussion about it, and we would have done it this way for the first record if we were set up like this. But yeah, very fun, very cool to finally get to make a whole album together, the 5 of us. Yeah,
We're all nodding.
yeah, everyone's nodding and smiling.
Let's listen to Catch These Fists on Sirius XMU Sessions. It's Jenny Eliscu and Wet Leg on Sirius XMU Sessions, and they are playing us tunes from their awesome new album, Moisturizer. We just heard the song Davina McCall. Who the hell is Davina McCall, y'all?
Davina McCall is like an English national treasure, and she's done lots of presenting on TV, and she did Big Brother, which I guess was big over here as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we all have our own versions, and our version was presented by Davina McCall, and she had a couple of really good catchphrases. One of them being, Rianne, what is the catchphrase?
This is Davina. I'm coming to get you.
And then she'd go and get the evicted person from the from the thing. Yeah, and everyone would scream. Yeah, I think it's in this song is definitely more of like a loving and romantic "I'm coming to get you" as opposed to a you're being evicted from the house. I'm coming to get you.
But still the same, but with a spirit of same bold spirit of
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm coming to get you. It's a strong I'm coming to get you.
I'm coming.
Where does the title come from? Where does Moisturizer come from? I mean, I just want to say, I know I said this at the outset, but there's just something about that as an album title that's so perfect. I love it so much. And I'm not able to articulate why. Maybe it's just because it's just a noun, it's just a noun, but it's a very evocative noun. I mean, everybody has their own feelings about Moisturizer. It's such a multifunctional object. Is there a reference in a song to Moisturizer that I missed that is the reason it became the title, or what?
There is one line that's kind of a reference to Moisturizer in a very like roundabout way. I can make you wet like an aquarium.
Sure.
That is a Moisturizer.
That is a moisturizing moment. Yes.
But that's not why it's called Moisturizer.
Why is it called Moisturizer though?
It just felt like a very like a good open title. And I just thought it was interesting. I like when you take the word moisturizer and slap it on different images, just like how evocative it becomes. Yeah, and I just thought it was fun.
You know, it's funny that you say that. Well, two things that I'm thinking of. One is that, yes, of course, moisturizer. It is very representative of the sexiness of this album, which is like levels up the sexiness from the first album when you think of moisturizer in that context. But also the fact that like I previously had hated the word moist. You know, it's like people don't like the word
That's one
moist.
of people's least favorite words in the world, isn't it?
It is one of people's. It's one of people's least favorite words in the world is the word moist. But somehow, when you add urizer to it,
Yeah,
It does
it's kind of
make
it
Oh,
really
palatable,
takes. It really
isn't it? Yeah.
it makes you forget that it's a derivative of moist. That moist comes from moisturizer. Moisturizer. Everyone loves moisturizer. You could say it all day. But if you ask somebody to say moist, they're like, oh, I don't want to. It's like one of those words people hate, like belly. Nobody likes that word either.
I love that.
I like that
I
word.
think it's such a cute word.
Yeah.
Belly.
I'm into moist now, though. I feel like I'm just fine with moist now. I don't know how many times I've said moist in the past 90 seconds, but it's been a lot. I think we could, if you're listening at home, you can count it up here, but I'm just going to say moist, 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 moist a few more times, and I recommend that you do it. There's no reason to dislike the word moist. It doesn't even, it's got a nice sound to it. It's a great vowel sound.
Yeah.
2025, we're bringing moist back.
It's coming back.
Moist is
Trashy.
back.
Moist is back. Oh yeah, it also connects with wet leg moist urizer.
That is kind of part of it.
Yeah. We got a group chat called Moist Leg.
That's where we
Yeah,
do our
that's all.
chatting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we do all our
Where we
plotting.
discuss and scheme.
Yeah.
So there is going to be an American tour in the fall.
Sure is, yeah.
I think so.
Exciting.
Hell yeah.
Everybody go to, yes, I do have it memorized. This is part of my job. wetlegband.com and get your tickets while they're moist. We're gonna close out with an older song, Angelica, on Sirius XMU Sessions.